Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our first unit, which is titled Big Changes. Our lesson today is the second part of the grammar lesson in your books, page 8 and 9. Are you ready? Let's get started. What we need today for the lesson is your books, student books, page 8 and 9, your workbooks for some exercise, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. Let's get started. You had a homework from yesterday's lesson. If you still remember, yesterday's lesson was about the present tense. We compared the simple present with present progressive. If you still remember, now we can continue answering this exercise. This is an exercise, exercise D, in your workbooks. Complete the information, use the present tense. So, based on the sentence, you will decide whether it is simple present, routine, or it is present progressive, continuous, happening at now or in the future. Let's go ahead. We will continue this conversation between Alexa and her friend's mom, Mrs. Lewis. Alexa would tell, Grace and I, we meet Mona and Sierra in a while. When you see in a while, this means that something is about to happen, future. So are we going to use simple present or present progressive? Future, so we are meeting. This are is because we have here Grace and I, we are meeting Mona and Sierra in a while. Mrs. Lewis, really? I not know Sierra. Now I want you to focus on know. What kind of verbs is it? No, is it an action verb? I can see someone who runs, who is running now. But can you see someone who know something related to your mind? No. So, always simple present. Really, I do not know Sierra. Do for the simple present. Who, be, she, the verb to be. What are the three verbs to be? Is, are, and am. Who is she? She, so we will use is. Who is she? Who is she? Sierra. Alexa, she live in Madrid. This is her life. She live in Madrid. What do you think about a routine? Routine, you will use the simple present S because we have she. She lives in Madrid. However, just this month, I guess, yes, just this month, she is with her cousin. So, visit. Just this semester, just this month, a short period of time. She is visiting because it is just for this while, this period of time. She, be her cousin, she is her cousin. The is because we have she. She is her cousin. So, I live in Riyadh, but this semester I am staying or I am visiting Dubai or Jeddah. Just this period of time. Mrs. Lewis, where go you? So now we need a helping verb. Where are you going? Because they are not doing it at the moment. No, in the future. The near future, maybe an hour later. Where are you going? Where are you going? There be a talk on Europe and globalization. There is a talk on Europe and globalization. And Sierra and Mona want to go to hear it. So, want, a stative verb. They want to go and to hear it. Grace and I want to take them for dinner. Want, just the previous one, like the previous one, we want to take them for dinner. I like, she likes, it's never with an ing, just like want. Okay? This is the difference between the present simple and present progressive, and you can refer to page 8 and 9 in your student books. For our lesson today, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to use simple past tense. What is the simple past? How can we use it? Use present perfect tense. We will use the present perfect. Then we will come up with these two tenses, put them side by side and compare between them. You will be able to differentiate. We will compare when to use this and when to use that. Differentiate between simple past and present perfect. Then you will be able to answer some questions. We will ask you certain questions. You will use the simple past or present perfect to answer these questions. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, back to our friend Adil in here. If you still remember him, he is just as old you are. So, hi, I am Adil and I study on my 10th grade. I go to 123 High School. This semester, I am taking an online course. Just a reminder of what we have taken yesterday. This semester started a week ago. Not today, a week ago. Since then, I haven't met my friend Maher because he moved to another school. We have taken 5 English classes. We have discussed some big changes, starting from, let's say, the beginning of the week until today. Yesterday, we practiced present tense. So, I'm going to take these, what he has said, a step by step. We will take them in 2 groups. This semester started a week ago, and Maher moved to another city. Let's look at the sentence and we will find out about the verbs. We have started, and also my friend Maher moved. What kind of verbs are these? These 2 verbs, they happened now? No. It started last week. He moved at the beginning of the semester. Then we will check the other one. Yesterday, we practiced present tense. So the verb here is practiced. When? Yesterday, not today. Today is another thing. Today we're speaking about the past tense. Yesterday we practiced present tense. Okay? This is the idea of using the simple past tense. What do we mean by simple past? I believe that you're all familiar with it. Something happened in the past. It happened yesterday. It happened last week, or maybe 100 of years ago. Past. So this is 2001. Before now, we've got this. Last year, we studied online. This year is something different. Last year, I went to intermediate school. Okay? How can you form a sentence in the simple past tense? As any English sentence, you will start with the pronoun, whether it is he, she, or it, they, you, we, or I. It doesn't matter, based on the meaning of the sentence. Then it will be followed by a verb, but this time the verb here is in the past tense. Verb number 2, go, went, play, played. You can refer to the index in your books and find the verbs in the past tense. Okay? So, it is an easy way to form the simple past tense. Just the pronoun I worked yesterday. I had last week. An example, I woke up at 7. Yesterday or today maybe. Now it's 9. Today I woke up at 7. 2 hours ago. Then King Abdulaziz regained Riyadh in 1902. 1902, is it now? No, years ago. Then he regained, not regained today, regained it. It happened at that date, and that's it. Okay? This is the simple past. Now let's try to use the simple past. I want you to check your workbooks on page 4. Exercise F. Complete the sentences. Use the simple past. Now the underlined words, these are verbs like uses, have, launches, increases. We will change them into the simple past tense. France uses the euro today. Today, their currency is the euro. How about in 1995? France, the franc for its currency. What is the past of use? It is used. As easy as just add ed. Today, my parents have 3 children. We are 3. However, in 2009, let's use the past of have, 2 children. They were 3. They were 2. They had. So the past of have is had. My country launches a lot of satellites each year. Each year launches. How about last year? It was 23 satellites. So last year, the past of launches is launched. Sent many satellites into space. Traffic increases all the time in my city. So it's not decrease, it increase, adding more and more. It increased 50% last year, just last year. So it increased. We added an ed. So usually we will use the ed to change the verb from present into past. This is for the simple present tense, simple past tense. Back to our friend Adil in here. He will tell us about what happened since the beginning of the semester. This semester started a week ago. And started from let's say the beginning of the semester. Since then, I haven't met my friend Maher. Starting from that day until today, I haven't met my friend Maher. We have taken 5 English classes. We have discussed some big changes. Let's go back to this sentence and I will tell you where is the verb in the second sentence. Since then, I have not met my friend. Haven't met. What about the second one? We have taken 5 English classes. The verb here, have taken. We have taken. I will count them, the number, not the time. We have discussed some big changes. Since the beginning of the unit until today, we have discussed some big changes. So, have discussed. We have talked about big changes. So, this is what we call it, the present perfect tense. Is it a present tense? The connection, it is a connection between the past and the present. An action that happened in the past and it continues happening until now. Maybe I still remember it. The effect is still there. So, an action that started in the past, it is not done yet, it is still happening until today. The school had started a week ago. It has started. Okay, so how can we form a present perfect tense? As any English sentence, you will start with the pronoun he, she, or it, they, you, we, or I. Then, because it is a perfect tense, you need to use has or have. For the perfect, we will use whether has or have. Has, she has, he has, and it has. The others, I have, we have, they have, and you have. Then, is that it? You need to use the followed by an action verb. We need the action. The action gives you the meaning. But this time, it will be the past participle of the verb number 3. We have met. She has discussed. Okay? So, I have tried sushi. When? in the past, maybe last year, last week, or last month, maybe yesterday. So have and tried. One more here. The United States has launched many satellites. So has, then we have launched. Okay? Something that happened in the past, I still can feel the effect today. It's still happening until today, and it didn't finish. Okay? So let's use the present perfect tense in here. I want you to refer to your books, workbooks, page 4. Exercise G. Complete the sentences. Use the present perfect tense of the verb. The city want a park on King Abdulaziz Road for years. City, it. So, the city has wanted a park on King Abdulaziz Road for years. Overpopulation and pollution, not one, they. Overpopulation and pollution affect global warming, have affected, because we have 1 and 2. Both of them, they have affected global warming. My family live in the same town for 15 years. Until today, my family has lived. They have, and the family has lived in the same town for 15 years. We lose touch with many of our cousins. We have lost touch with many of our cousins. Just check the pronoun he, she, or it, so you will use has, otherwise you would use have. Okay, so back to our friend in here, and now we will compare or differentiate between the simple past and the present perfect. When to use this and when to use that. What did he say? Adil told us that this semester started a week ago, and since then, the beginning of the semester, I haven't met my friend Maher. So we're having two verbs, started, and we have also have met or haven't met. The idea of it started, I know when it had started. When it started a week ago, since Sunday. However, for meeting my friend, starting from that day until today, I haven't met him. So it is the duration of time, it's not a very specific time. Okay, one more. We have taken 5 English classes. We have discussed some big changes. So, have taken until 1, 2, 3, 4, and now is 5. Until today, the effect. We have discussed some big changes. We discussed them yesterday, today, and the day before. So, a continuous action until today. One more. Yesterday, we practiced present tense. Did we discuss it today? No, we haven't done that today. So, just yesterday, we practiced. This is the verb. We practiced present tense. Okay? So, what is the difference between the simple past and the present perfect? These are 2 sentences for each one of them. I lived in Taif in 2001, and I have lived in New York. When I say I lived, notice we have a very specific time. 2001, I lived in Taif. However, for living in New York, I have lived in New York. When? In the past. Is there any time mentioned? No. I have tried that. One more. I visited Paris in 2010. I have been to Paris. So when I tell you I visited Paris 2010, that specific time, 10 years ago or 11 years ago, I visited Paris. But if you tell, have you ever been to Paris? I will tell you, yes, I have been to Paris. When? In the past. It doesn't matter. One more. They read 2 books last week, and they have read 2 books. So, they read 2 books. This happened in the past. When? It happened last week. Just last week, they read 2 books. However, they have read 2 books. This means the focus is on the number. I focus more on the number rather than on the time. No time is mentioned. So here, the focus, we're having a definite time. I lived in Jeddah 2010. However, here we don't have a definite time. I have lived in Jeddah. When? It doesn't matter. Finished action, which is the simple past. I read a book this summer. I finished it. And the present perfect tense is for the result or the experience. I have read many books. The matter is more on the action rather on the time. Okay? Now let's try to do this exercise. It is in your books, page 8, exercise H. Complete the paragraph with the simple past or the present perfect. My brother and I go to the zoo yesterday. Definite time. I know when. So, we went to the zoo yesterday. Yesterday as well, we see a lot of beautiful animals there. And we saw a lot of beautiful animals there. Some of the animals be on endangered species for a long time. Maybe 10 years, since maybe 2010. They has been, some animals have actually. They have been, because it's not one animal. Some animals have been on the endangered species list for a long time. I love the giant pandas. I loved them yesterday. Starting from yesterday. They be beautiful. They were. The past of is are and am is was or were. They were beautiful. One of the pandas sat under a tree yesterday. Sat. And it ate leaves. It ate leaves. Yesterday, this is also our key word. Yesterday, I learned that the giant panda be on the endangered species list since starting from at least 1980. It has been. So starting from that day until today. Okay? If whether we're having a definite time or not, whether it started in the past until today or it is a finished action. Okay, let's speak about your experiences. I want to know about what are the things. We are trying here to advertise Saudi Arabia. We want to tell people what they can do if they come and visit Saudi Arabia. What are the certain things? We're having things like explore the outdoors. Go hiking, going out, explore the outdoors. Also, we're having visiting archaeological sites. Places in Al-Ula, places in Medina, places that are ancient, archaeological, historical. What else they can do? They can go forest excursions, visit the forests in the southern of Saudi Arabia as well. And we're having explore the winter dunes. When it is in winter, we're having the red sand, the dunes. People can go there and explore it. They can go camping. Can you think of any other one? Have you ever tried any one of these? We're going to form sentences using these. Okay, we will speak about the exploring the outdoors. I want one sentence in the simple past and another one in about your experience. Have you ever tried it? When did you try that? I will give you an example. Last year, I went hiking in Riyadh. Notice that I used last year to specify. Then did I go? I went hiking and I explored the outdoors. And I will tell you, I have tried hiking in Riyadh. When? One day in the past, maybe last year or any other year. I have tried it. One other experience we're having here, visit archaeological sites. Have you ever been to any ancient place here in Saudi Arabia? I can tell. In 2018, I visited Al-Ula. So when? In 2018. The time is very important. But I can tell you, I have been to Al-Ula one time. When? In the past. I have been there. I visited it. It's an experience. One more. forest excursions. Have you ever been to any forest in Saudi Arabia? For me, last summer, we wandered through rich forests in Al-Baha. We wandered last summer. How about your experience there? I have never been to a forest. I have never tried it in my life. This is the present perfect. One more, explore the winter dunes, which is the red sands. We will tell, have you ever been there? Last winter, we went camping. We went camping. It's a sentence. We visited the winter dunes. And I have camped many times before. So these experiences happened in the past, and I still can remember them today. This is how you can use the simple past, one time in the past, or multiple times, and I still can feel it or can remember it, the present perfect. For your homework, I want you to refer to your workbooks, page 3. Page 3, there is an exercise, exercise E. Just choose the correct answer. Okay? I guess that is it for our lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.